Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos nuevamente al canal de streaming de Carloncho. El día de hoy, en un vuelo corto pero muy entretenido, vamos a volar desde San Carlos de Bariloche en Argentina hacia la parte ya, digamos, el principio de la Patagonia, que podríamos decir de Chile, que es en Puerto Montt. Así que, aparte que Puerto Montt está al momento con condiciones bastante demandantes, podríamos decirlo así. Está al momento el METAR está 010 con 27 con ráfagas de 38. Está visibilidad limitada, está broken a 8000 pies, 19 grados la temperatura y el QNH 1012. No significan change, remark, lenticulares al noreste en coordenadas. O sea, podría estar bastante interesante esto. Así que, bueno, no hablando más, vamos a empezar a entrar en detalle. If there is someone who speaks in English and you want me to explain everything in English, I can do it. No worries. But my mother tongue is Spanish, so it's more easy for me to explain everything in Spanish. But please, guys, if you need some clarification, if there is something that you don't understand, please let me know. I just change in 1 second and I go to English for you guys. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to do this streaming in English. Is that okay for you? Okay. We're already boarding. We're gonna use the 737-700 today, which is the short version. So we expect a flight time to Puerto Montt today of 32 minutes, and we're gonna be loading 4.5 tons of fuel, which is pretty good, and actually for a long flight, like it's not a long flight, this one, so we should be okay with that fuel. Anyway, our alternative is basically to come back here to Bariloche in Argentina. So for the meantime, we are setting up everything here. So we're gonna start with the most basic stuff, which is I'm gonna go directly to the overhead, and I'm gonna start to set everything. Meanwhile, we are here. Okay, leading device flaps, and we just check the lights. We set this is in navigation. We check this one. Store warnings check as well. This one, I'm just gonna do everything like later. But for the meantime, what I can do is actually put some galley power on, and probably they're gonna use this one as well. Yeah, that's it. Galley power on, and this is normal. I'm just gonna put the window heat on because sometimes it just gets foggy here, and this one is working, and just gonna put 180 here just not to forget, and navigation light is always needed, which is already there. Here in the FMC we're not gonna do anything. Just gonna put the parking brake for the meantime as well. This is 2000, which is okay, and I'm just gonna check here as well. The engine oil quantity, which is right over here, is 93% and 99% on the right side, and the system we check here is status. We have to refill. I'm sorry, the system, which is with RF over there, which means refill. So in order to do that, we go here. We put return here, ground service. No, sorry, it's ground maintenance, and we ask for the maintenance team to refill that hydraulic fluid. So now it's done. So you can see it's 92. Magic of aviation. Yeah, that's it, guys. Now I'm gonna set up everything here in the FMC, and then I'm gonna go with everything in the overhead. I'm not gonna set the fuel though, and also the weight, because PMDG and the GSX, which is basically the software that I'm using to load my airplane with passengers, they look like fancy as you see. They have a little bit conflict over there, so I don't want to mess up PMDG with the weights and everything until my load is done. So I'm gonna hear FMC, and we check the item page. Basically 737-700, that's what we have. Engine rating is 24,000 pounds of thrust. There is the navigation data, which is already it's still valid until the 26th of March, which is pretty good. Performance program is there, and that's it. We go to a position introduction, and actually what we can do is put the last position, which gives us the most accurate one. And just to check that coordinates, actually what we can do is, what did I do? is to check here Sierra Alpha Zulu Sierra, and we can check those coordinates. We are actually trying to find gross errors between these two. If there is everything is okay, like between like 0.1, I mean is here, and here is like 0.3, we are more than enough, okay? So we go to route, and we type from where we are right now, and where are we going. This is ICAO, guys, if you're not familiar for this kind of stuff. And we're gonna be the Argentina 1502. So we set that one over here. And what we can do, we can request for the flight plan, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna put everything manually today. So we're gonna depart from runway 29, and the departure is gonna be Tonar 1 Charlie. Tonar 1 Charlie, actually that name comes from Tronador. Tronador is actually the volcano that we're going to cross right over there. It's gonna be right on the right side of us. So we have Tonar, and then we're gonna do the ILS. I'm gonna check that chart immediately because I don't remember what it is. Okay, ILS Yankee 35, transition Montt, which is the VOR, and the arrival there is gonna be the Midor 4, which is this one. So we go to route, everything is done over there. We activate and we execute this. Then we go to progress page and we check these miles, 121. We check with the flight plan. In the flight plan I have 117, and here I have 121, so it's pretty much accurate. I have basically the same stuff. Then I go here to init-ref, and I need to put those weights, but we're still loading. So as I told you, I don't want to mess up the load sheet. Meanwhile, GSX is still loading passengers, so I'm just gonna leave this one right over there. I'm gonna go here to N1 limit, and I'm gonna check this temperature, 16 degrees outside temperature, is basically the same that I have over here. So basically these sensors are working in exactly the same way. Then I go to takeoff, and I leave that page right over there. Now I go to the overhead, and I start to make a scan from up to left and right. So we go here, flight controls, it's a good position. Alternate flaps, we're not gonna use it, this is off. Spoilers on, of course. Yaw damper, we're gonna put that one on. This one's navigation or in normal. That's the way that should be. Display source is in auto. Control panel is normal. This is the fuel panel, so we're gonna see if the crossfeed is open. Yeah, it works, it's shut off. Center fuel pumps, we're not gonna use it because we don't have fuel today in those fuel pumps. These ones are working. Perfect, so we leave those ones on. This is basically you change this switch and you have different indications here. So basically you can see the voltage of the transformer number 1, 2, and 3, and this is the test. Okay, so that's it. For the meantime, we just have this one. The battery, of course, is off because it's not providing any power. APU generator, you have inverter. APU generator, generator 1, generator 2. Of course, these ones are disconnected right now because the engines are not running, so we don't have, of course, any indication here. But yes, we have indication for the ground power, for example. Saludos, Carloncho. Saludos, Daniel. ¿Cómo estáis? Estoy hablando en inglés. Disculpa si hay algo que no entiendas o que quieres que te explique, por favor, en español. Por favor, párame y dime. Estoy tratando de, hacer un poco de streaming para los amigos en inglés también, aprovechando que está Harald y Luis también haciendo streaming en inglés, en español, así que tratar de diversificar un poquitito. Seguimos acá un poco más. We go down here, and battery is connected, of course. Drives are connected basically for the IGG generator to produce electricity. Ground power is connected. Both, of course, are off in terms of the generator of the engines, and the APU generators are off in this time. Wiper is closed, no indication for the temperature of the APU. Lights are all off for the meantime. Circuit breakers, this is lights only. This light over here. So for the meantime we don't need it because we're daylight. Equipment cooling is in normal position, both of them, supply and exhaust. This equipment cooling is basically a fan. You have the nose of the airplane, okay? So basically you have the two pilots seated in the front. And here, below the nose, there is like two holes, okay? One here on the left side, another one on the right side. Here on the left side, you have like one fan that is supplying air into the electronic equipment area. And basically, it's like the fan that you have in your computer. There's one fan who is throwing air inside the system, basically to refrigerate everything, and another one who is track all that thing. So that's just basically the components that we have over here. Alternate modes is basically when you need to extract that smoke, maybe from a smoke fire or whatever that you have in the electronic compartment. Emergency lights are arm, seat belts. Let's go to that one to on. Let's check if this one works. It works. Window heats are already on. Prop heat. Let's see if this works. Perfect. We're gonna use that one for the pushback in the startup procedure. Engine anti-ice and wind anti-ice is working. These ones are always connected. The engine ones, engine pumps for the hydraulic system, and the electrical ones are disconnected. We have the forward entry, the forward cargo, and the aft cargo is open, and the aft entry as well is open. This is the codex voice recorder. We can erase it. We can test and hold for 5 seconds. I'm not going to do that because it's not part of the procedure. Pressurization is basically saying the elevation of the airport right now, and the rate is 0, so it's okay. Temperatures, supply dock, and cabin passengers. We can check the temperatures of the supply dock and the cabin, the passenger. And the cabin passengers. This one's at 12 o'clock. Basically, is set up everything for 24 degrees, which is what we have over here. Recirculation fans are in auto. Packs, we're going to put that one in auto. Isolation valve, we're going to put that one in auto as well. And we're going to put the APU bleed just to prepare everything for the engines, for the APU start. We're going to cruise at flow level 180, so that's what we put over here. The system is in automatic, and here we set the elevation of the next field, which is in this case Puerto Montt. Puerto Montt is at 294 feet, so we're going to set here 300 feet should be enough. We move a little bit like down, and we have the lights here. So basically what we put is steady, which is the navigation light on, and that's it. If it's night, maybe we can put the logo light on to make a little bit of publicity. It doesn't make any harm. We go here to the MCP, so we put flight directors on. Auto throttle, it depends. Depends on the company, but I'm just gonna put it on. It doesn't matter really much. Usually here in South America, we don't have like initial climb clearance in the chart. You just put the cruise level, which in this case is 180. Otherwise, you have a restriction to maintain a certain altitude, but it's not the case. So I'm just gonna put directly the flight level here. Heading for our departure, let me check that one very quickly. You put the runway heading here, so it's 288. 288 is set. We're gonna use the boards, board 1 and board 2. We're gonna set the traffic here so we can see the rings. We're gonna move a little bit like to the left side, and we're gonna check the oxygen. We're gonna initiate the flight here in the electronic flight back. We move a little bit further here, and the QNH is already set 1014, and basically we check that this altitude is the same that we have the chart for the elevation of the airport, in this case 2,780 feet. We have ARM, we have no VSP, we have TCAS off, we have no speed indication, of course, and the attitude indicator is correct. We move a little bit more to the right, and we have the navigation display, and we check that this course, which is actually the magnetic heading, is 081, and we check here with the all unreliable compass. Magnetic compass. We check basically the same here with this one. We compare, is everything okay? We check the airspeed indicator here and the same QNH 1014, and basically we read the same altimeter that we have over here. This is the Romeo Mike India. Okay, forget about it. So yeah, it's working perfectly as well, and we have the pointers into the board 1 and 2. We don't have nothing tuned over there, because this one is an aeronaut departure. Fuel flow, we're gonna reset that one. This one N1 set is in auto. Speed reference is in auto. You don't want to move that. Oil quantity, we have the same. We already checked that one. Status is practically the same. No temperature in the wheels. Auto brakes is RTO. Flap is up. Landing gear is down and 3 green. We move a little bit down, and The speed brake is stove. Trim is okay. We check the configuration alarm, which is okay as well. Fuel control switches are cut off. Parking brake is set. Flap is up. Stabilizer trims in the normal position. Overheat is Alpha and Bravo is in normal position. We check the overheat of the wheel well. Oops, no. And we check also the lights for the engines. Sorry, for the landing gear. Cargo fire. We check. Perfect. Quizás nos encontremos en Puerto Montt. Voy volando de Santiago con Luis Alvarado. Buenísimo, Nico. Buenísimo. Nos vemos ahí, po. Ojalá que podamos aterrizar porque está bien fea la cosa. Here in the radios, just gonna set. Well, we have 122.8 for the multicom because there's no ATC right now, and I'm just gonna check the weather here. Just a moment to do the calculations later. So I'm just gonna preset in the standby 122.0. Navigation, I'm just going to set that one later. We don't need it for the meantime, and ADF is already done. Weather and turbulence, so that's what we have over here. If you can see, it tells here weather plus T with weather plus turbulence. So in the system, we're going to use the one, which is the one on the left, and the same altitude source. Rudder is 0. This one, we use this one, the right radio, in 121.5, which is the emergency frequency. And this is the audio panel for the first officer. I'm not going to touch that one. And the center one we use for data, which is basically communication between the airplane and the company. Primer vuelo en BATSIM, ojalá que resulte. ¿Verdad, po, Nico? ¿Verdad que no habías dicho que era tu primer vuelo en BATSIM? Tranquilo, va a salir todo bien, no hay ningún problema. Suerte con eso y avísame si es que te puedo ayudar en algo. Okay, let's go with the final fuel figure because the load of the airplane is already done, so it's gonna be 4523 is already set, and the zero fuel weight for today is gonna be 57.9. So we put 57.9, and we got that one over there. So basically we're loaded at the maximum, and the gross weight is 59.7, is the same that we have in our flight plan. No, actually no. 57.9. Okay. We have a difference here. Okay, maximum takeoff is okay. 52.2 is gonna be okay. Okay, perfect. No worries. I know what it happens. Okay, perfect. Okay. So that's it. Okay, so now that I have everything done, I'm just gonna load the wings just in case. I don't have the, okay, perfect. I don't have the wings because I need to do something first. I go to here to ACARS. I need to go to pre-flight, and I need to set the ACARS in order to have the data link, the uplink for the wings. So we go from Bariloche to Puerto Montt. Estimated time of departure, what time it is? 16:21, so let's say 16:30. Okay, and the flight time is going to be 32 minutes. Okay, and the code of the airline, the IATA code is Alfa Romeo. So we're going to make a data link connect and data link sync. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do now is to wait a little bit here to ask for the wins. And for the meantime, I'm going to move here to my electronic flyby. I'm going to hit performance here, and I'm going to go conditions, dry, wind. Let me check on the frequency.
Sierra, Alpha, Zulu, Sierra, airport information, Juliet 16.
Okay, so we have show keyboard. We have 284 with. Oh my God! Wait.
Sierra Alpha, Zulu, Sierra airport information, Kilo 1600, Zulu weather, wind 284 at 13, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 5,000, temperature 172.2, QNH 1014, advise on initial contact that you have
1014. And I'm gonna make a high keyboard, and I'm gonna make a copy FMC data to distract the takeoff weight. It's not distracting the takeoff weight, okay, no worries. So if it does distract the takeoff weight, you go to FSA actions, you go to payload, and you can extract the relay from here. So the gross weight is 59.7. And the CG is 28.4. and we calculate.
Sierra Alpha, Zulu, Sierra Airport.
No valid assumed temperature found from these conditions, okay? That means that, good evening, mister. Hola, cuadra, ¿cómo estamos? Espero que todo bien. No valid assumed condition found from these conditions. And that means that basically, what we're going to hit. So that basically means that we are not gonna have, for this condition, for takeoff minus 20% of reduction in the rating. We're not gonna have assumed temperature. We're just gonna have the reduction of the 20%. It doesn't mean anything else. It doesn't mean that you cannot take off from here. Absolutely not. It just means that when you make a reduction of the 20% in this case, and you also try to mix that 20% reduction with an assumed temperature method, it doesn't allow it, because for the weight that we have today and the conditions that we have, the airplane is just able to reduce the thrust in 20%, but not reduce more than that. That's the only thing that the message says. Okay, so now that we have everything prepared and done, I'm just gonna ask for the winds again. No, it's not coming? Okay, perfect. It doesn't matter. The flight is too short, so it doesn't really matter. Zero free weight again. It's gonna extract it from here, so that's why we don't have the. So it's gonna be 55.2. Reserves. The reserve is basically the fuel that we are going to consume. In this case, we are going from Bariloche to Puerto Montt. Okay, that fuel we have it. But the reserve is basically the fuel that we have coming from Puerto Montt to Bariloche, which is our alternative, and to fly here in Bariloche for 30 minutes. That is our reserve. If we touch the reserve, we are not in emergency situation, not, because we still have the fuel to basically to go back to Bariloche. But if we touch those 30 minutes to hold here in Bariloche, which today is 1.1 tons, we have to declare the emergency. Okay, guys? So basically we have 30 minutes is 1.1, and the fuel to come back here is 1.3. So basically our reserve today is 2.4. So we set that one 2.4 here, and it's done. Cox index, we're gonna use 40. Flight level is gonna be 180. We're gonna execute this. Cruise wind, we're gonna put it here 325 slash, and it's gonna be 35. Transition altitude here in Bariloche. Let me check that one because I didn't check. It's gonna be 8,000 feet actually. So we're gonna put 8,000 here. Cool. So we go to next page. We're gonna erase that. And now we can check this information that we have over here. So we're gonna use takeoff 2, and that power is 91.1. I don't know why here it says 92, but it doesn't matter really much because here I have more, so it's okay. As long as I have more power, I'm okay. I go with takeoff page, and now I'm gonna set flap 5. CG is 28.4. 20.4. The trim is 4.73, which is the same that we have over here. So basically, we're checking and making a comparison between what we have with the FMC and what we have in the electronic flyback. Okay, so B1 is going to be 125, BR is going to be 130, and B2 is going to be 135. The gross weight that actually we have right now is 59.8, but we calculate this with 59.7. There is a difference over there. I just reduced 100 kilos because I'm gonna have to start the APU right now, and we need fuel for taxi. So let's say that we're gonna reduce another 200 kilos, so it's pretty much accurate. Okay, so this is the page number 1. We go to next page and we check the engine out acceleration. In case of we have an engine failure, we have to accelerate at this altitude. So engine failure is going to be at 1,500 feet, and we're going to make the reduction at 1,000 feet, and we're going to make the acceleration as well at 1,000 feet. Okay? Then we go to index, and we go to approach, and we check this speed. Flap 40, it says 133, and here we have 135. There is a slightly difference. It should be no more than 1 knot. But I think it's because of this, but I don't want to. Okay, let's do that. 50. 9,800, and I'm gonna calculate again. Okay, I know. Let me check again. So we have flap 5, 125, 130, 135, and ref 30, 135. So we go here, then we go approach. And now, yeah, you see only for 100 kilograms, the difference in the VREF, it was completely different. But now we have flap 30, 135, 30, 135. So that means that basically the FMC calculations in terms of performance against the electronic flight bag, which is basically an iPad, is completely separate from the airplane. Doesn't know what is your weight, doesn't know anything, it's just dump. That comparison between these two computers is exactly the same. That means that my calculations of performance is accurate and I'm good to go. Okay? One last thing that we need to check here is that I told you that the reserve, it was 2.4, okay? But right now, for example, is 1628, let's say 1630. This says that we're gonna land there in 24 minutes. So we check the 24 minutes against our trip time. Our trip time here is 32 minutes, which is pretty okay. And the minimum fuel was 2.5, the reserve. 2.5 is the fuel that we need to come back to our alternative. Where this one is telling us that we are going to reach Puerto Montt with 3.6. So basically, we are completely covered. Okay? Now we go here this for takeoff, and we're gonna make a short briefing. Okay? I'm not gonna show you the charts today because this flight is super short, and we're gonna try to keep up a little bit with the speed. Okay? Anyway, the airport, as you can see, is pretty basic. So what we're going to do is we're gonna push back in that direction, basically facing to the east, and we're gonna taxi via Alpha taxiway, which is this runway. I'm sorry, which is this taxiway all the way to the holding point of runway 29 in Bariloche. Failures, basically everything that I have said all these days. Before 80 knots, we stop for any relevant reason. Between 80 knots and approaching V1, we're gonna reduce, but we're gonna abort the takeoff for 4 reasons, which is engine failure, fire predicting wind shear, aircraft unsafe or unable to fly. In that condition, I will call a stop. I will close the thrust lever, disconnect the auto throttle, maximum full reverse, apply the maximum brake, and verify the speed brake deployment. 60 knot, depending on the condition, of course, I will start to stow the reversers. With the airplanes, when the airplane is stopped, I'm gonna set the parking brake. I'm gonna make a PA, attention crew stations. The other guy who is not flying is gonna monitor the actions of the pilot flying. He will call out any emission. He will check for speed brake up, reverse, green, or no reverse, depending which engine is affected. He will monitor this acceleration. He will make a call out at the 60 knots, and after that, he will call the ATC we're stopping on the runway. Okay. After that, if we need to, well, we do memory items on a normal checklist, and then we decide if there is an evacuation, if the evacuation is required. If the evacuation is required, we have to do that reading the back part of the QRH, okay, which is a book, quick reference handbook, which is usually somewhere over here between the library. Okay. If the decision is to continue, we say go, no action below 400 feet, say cancel 80 outer warnings, posted rate, gear up. At 400 feet, we assess the situation with the engines, and we perform memory items if we have. If not, we continue till 1,500 feet, and basically we continue straight ahead, and 25 miles from Bariloche, went in the holding pattern. Minimum safe altitude here in Bariloche is, in that direction, is 10,000 feet. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a turn, and we're going to back to Bariloche, and we're going to hold over Bariloche at flight level 100 or something like that, okay? Actually, we can go back and we can maintain 7,400 feet, which is pretty much good for me. We're going to continue with the normal checklist. After takeoff checklist in, again, we're going to decide which one is the best course of action. For the departure that we have over here, we're going to make the Tonar 1 Charlie departure, which is the chart 10-3 Alpha, 25 of January 2019. MSA already set it as 10,000 feet in that direction that we are going. This says that we're going to depart with heading 287 for 8.8 miles to position game off, maximum speed 230 knots, that's what we have over here. Then we turn left Zulu Sierra 025, which is here, maximum speed 230 knots, again we have it over here. Then Zulu Sierra 026, that is 252, 6.4 miles. and then 251 for 14.1 miles to Tonar and flight level 160 or above. Okay, that's it. For the terrain, well, basically all the terrain that we have is on the west side. We know that we're going to cross the Andes, and basically Tonar is the highest point, which is the Volcán Tronador that we have here on the right side, crossing between Argentina and Chile. Weather consideration for the meantime here in Bariloche, nothing. In the other side, different story. We have gusty winds, so we had to prepare for that. Fuel is already checked, and if there is anything to add or something that I have missed, please, guys, let me know. And if there is nothing, we are just good to go, and we can call it a night. So we are gonna close the cargo forward, cargo aft door as well. We're gonna close these doors as well, and we're gonna prepare for our pushback. So prepare for push and departure. So let's start this thing rolling, and now that our briefing is done, we can transfer the speeds into the MCP. So what we're going to do here is V2 is going to be 135. So it's already there, VNAV and LNAV heading 288, and altimeter is, I'm sorry, the MCP altitude is flight level 180, which is our final cruise level, okay? And for the meantime, a little bit of Coca-Cola. Está bien rico el viento Temal. Sí, así vi. Está con un poquito de gas, pero ¿eh? ¿Qué le vamos a hacer? ¿Hay que ir o no? ¿O me devuelvo? ¿O no voy? Me quedo acá. Me quedo acá. No voy. Somebody's asking me that, well, he's telling me that the wind is pretty rough right now in Puerto Montt. So I'm saying like what I should do. I stay here. I don't go. Okay, so we're gonna make a nose to the right, tail to the left. That sounds pretty good for me. I'm just waiting for the APU. APU is coming, so APU is connected. Now I can get rid of the ground power. I can remove the wheel chocks as well. And the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to start to pressurize everything here. So prof goes to on, electrical hydraulic system goes on, packs, they go to off to start the engine, and the parking brake is off, anti-collision goes to on, and transponder goes to transponder. And for the meantime, I'm going to make a recall here. I just have the electrical, and I'm going to set the trim to 4.73. Yeah, 4.71. I can live with that. It's okay. Okay, so if it's clear, we're gonna start the sequence right and left, clear on the right, so it's starting engine right.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set. 26, 27%. Idle. And we have the fuel flow. N2 is increasing, of course. EGT increasing. And you can see here that red line over there from in the EGT is basically saying to us what is the maximum EGT temperature for the start, not for the takeoff. For the takeoff, the EGT margin is right over here in the top. So basically, that is our threshold. This is our mark. Something that it goes above that, we should put these things to cut off again. Okay, so start is done. in the right engine, we go with the left engine, ground. We have start valve open. With the start valve open, you have into rotation. In a certain point, N2 starts to move N1, as you can see over there as well. 26, 27%. This one goes to idle. Fuel flow start to inject. And you start to have EGT rising. I'm just checking that my controls are okay, because sometimes with my armrest I touch the engines and sometimes it starts like getting crazy. Okay, start valve is closed, it's perfect as you can see over there. So we go with the generators of engine 1 and 2 go to on, APU goes to off, engine anti-ice is not required. We're gonna normalize this, packs go to on, APU bleed off, and the engines bleed, they go to on. We put these ones in continuous, and we go with flaps 5. We say flap 5, basically we say exactly the same over here. We go to status page here and we start to check the flight controls. So we go full up, neutral, full down, neutral, full left, neutral, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, neutral, full right, neutral. Okay. Once we have done that, we go here recall. There is nothing there, so we can do flap 5 already. So we can do this before the checklist is already done, and we go to taxi lights in on and parking brake off. And I forgot to remove the ground power. Sorry, the ground stuff. Very short flight for today, guys. It's just gonna be 32 minutes, and it's gusty over there. So watch me to see screw it up everything over there in Puerto Montt.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass been removed.
Okay.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, we have the clearance. Thank you very much, man. You're making an awesome job. So taxi light is on, parking brake is off, and we started to move from here, from Bariloche. If you are watching this streaming from United States or something like that, this is basically the beginning. This route is basically, as I told you, the start of the Patagonia. So the landscape here in real life is just amazing. I really hope to start to make like some really cool streamings with the new flight simulator, which is really cool, and the image is gonna be amazing to fly here in this area. Okay, so now we are in a straight line. There is no more danger, no more traffic to look up for. So we go here with weather. Sorry. We're gonna make a recall again, and we're gonna make a takeoff review. So we have auto throttle disarm, we have LNAV and VNAV arm, flight level 180, departing from runway 29 without any intersection. Flaps 5 in initial heading is 288 complete. So let's make a before takeoff checklist. We have flaps, we have 5 in green, and stabilizer is 4.73 units are set. Before takeoff checklist is complete. I'm really worried about that wind, man. Like, I'm just gonna ask again for the how it's gonna be the wind over there, just to see.
Sierra Charlie Tango Echo Airport information.
350 with 26. Okay.
0 Zulu weather wind 352 at 26 visibility 10,000 sky condition 8,300 scattered temperature 19 dew point 8
Okay.
QNH 1012.
What to do anyway, right? Like, we're gonna change anything about the weather, so I'm just gonna make a call so everybody will know what I'm doing here. Bariloche traffic, this is Argentina 1502. Holding point of runway 29 for takeoff. So I'm gonna start very gentle on the brakes. I'm gonna start to reduce my ground speed to 10 knots, which is the recommended for the turns. There we go, nice and easy. Remember, guys, that the airplanes are designed to fly very, very nicely on the air, but on the ground they are stupid as. So you have to be really, really careful. So left side is clear. Let's pick on the right side. Also is clear. So I'm just gonna start with the lights. We go with the strobe lights. We give it a bite to the back and take a steer array. Time. Take off. Check thrust. N1 toga. Thrust set. $80 knots, throttle hold. And we go smoothly up. Positive rate, gear up, LNAV. VNAV speed, and I'm gonna fly a little bit. VNAV speed, arm. At 1000, you should start to N1. Perfect, that's what we have. And the airplane start to accelerate. To which speed? 230 knots, which actually is our restriction for the climb. Come on. Subiendo. So now we are passing flap 1 speed, so we can go with flaps up right now. And I wouldn't maintain my flap if there was something here in between, but in this case we have 230 knots, so it's way more above the minimum flap up speed, so we are good to go. There's no need to maintain the flap in 1, for example, in this case. Maybe 777 or 747, different story, because they are bigger airplanes, so you need to hold them a little bit with the flaps. So when the flap is up, we put the auto brakes in off and the landing gear in off. Recall is check, and this one we go to off, and we can do the climb checklist with after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are let me check that one actually. Engine bleeds are in on, packs in auto, landing gear is up and off, and the flaps up, no lights after takeoff checklist is complete. This airplane is literally a rocket because it has so much power and is the shorter version, so it's definitely the one who has more power of all the 737, sorry. Transition set the standard. Standard set and cross check passing for level 090 now. And we check this indication with this indication. I don't know why, but I don't have good quality here in the streaming today. Maybe the servers are a little bit overloaded. So 10,000 feet, we are just maintaining 230 because of the restriction that we have over here. Actually 230 is going to be up to Zulu Sierra 026. So 10,000, we go with the lights for the meantime. And that's pretty much that's it. The strobe lights and the beacon stays in on, and actually the passengers, they're gonna be in on as well because this is a short flight, so you don't want anybody like going around the cabin, or especially we are crossing the Andes right now, and the wind is coming from the west in this case. So basically, what happens is, like, imagine that this is the west and this is the east, and you have a mountain here. The wind is gonna come here, it's gonna go up, and it's gonna go and to the other side, very mixed with you know, like different variations of the winds and temperature and stuff like that. So basically the turbulence is going to be really bad in this area, especially if you have winds more than 50 knots at flight level 180 more or less. But here is a little bit lower, so I prefer to keep my seatbelt on. So 230 is going to be up to this position. FMC, what do we have? Enable 230, okay. You are going to do it, my friend. So I'm going to make a speed intervention 230. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go with vertical speed because there is no point to start going as crazy to going up. So I'm going to go with MCP speed, vertical speed. And we have a contact, so definitely there's some ATC around here. Puerto Montt approach, 121.3, that's amazing. And this is gonna be in Spanish, guys, because Aerolíneas Argentinas most probably always is gonna call you in Spanish. Puerto Montt aproximación, muy buenos días, Argentina 1502 a través de 165 en ascenso para el vuelo 180 directo a Tonar.
Argentina 1502, Puerto Montt, muy buenas tardes. Recicle respondedor 1001, notifique Tonar.
Respondemos en 1001 y llamaremos Tonar el Argentina 1502. Okay, so vertical speed goes to 1000 and the transponder goes to 1001. So that's what we have in the box. Don't say in the box, that's so lame, guys. don't say
Argentina
1000.
1502 está en contacto radar. Planifique ILS Zulu a pista 35.
Recibo, planificamos ILS Zulu a la pista 35 de la Argentina 1502. Okay, so it's gonna be ILS Zulu. I had here ILS Yankee to Puerto Montt, but I probably this is gonna give us vectors, so it's okay. So now I'm gonna reduce the speed intervention. Actually, you know what? Let me see which is the climb speed here. Okay, 180. So 180 altitude.
Argentina 1502, posterior tonar, proceda directo a SARSU para la ILS Zulu a pista 35 vía SARSU.
Ok, recibo posterior tonar, directo SARSU, verificamos ILS Zulu a 35 de Argentina 1502. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have ILS Zulu, SARSU. We're gonna execute this. So he wants to do this from SARSU, from tonar, SARSU. So tonar is gonna be like that, and we're gonna transition SARSU, and we're gonna make like right downwind to runway 35 in Puerto Montt, which sounds pretty okay. So I'm gonna make a short and very brief briefing for you guys. We're gonna make the ILS Zulu runway 35 in Puerto Montt. The charge is 11-1, 4th of October 2019. Minimal safe is 8,600 feet over Puerto Montt BOR. Frequency is gonna be the ILS 110.1. 110.1. And the final approach course is gonna be 353. 353 is set on both radios, and the course is set on both radio navigators. Glide slope is at 5 miles of Puerto Montt, is going to be 1,870 feet. We don't have that position here anyway. Yeah, we have it, 1,871 feet. And the decision altitude is going to be 494 feet. We're going to set that one. Oh my god. I don't know why, but I don't know if it happens the same thing to you guys, but PMDG, the new one, is the margin between like the white and the gray hand for the selection is so accurate that sometimes it's just like so difficult to adjust. $496. $400. Vigo Yat, thank you very much for the following, man. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. So 496 is gonna be airport elevation is 294 feet, and the this one has a 3 degrees descent path, and let's say that we are maintaining 140 knots. So Bastic is gonna be around 743 feet. This has a PAPI at the left side, and it has approach light system type number 2, and in the event of this approach, it says we climb to 3,000 on 353 heading, then follow ATC instructions, which is exactly that we have here on the FMC. This it says as well that initial segment SARSU RNAP 1 or RMP 1. For the meantime, we have RMP 2.
Argentina 1502 de la presente. Proceda a posición Celco, descienda 120 NER.
De la presente directo Celco is now para 120 Argentina 1502. So we have retard, that is me, and Vinapad. Yeah, these airplanes always remind me who I am in this universe. Drag required, clean message. Okay, so we're flying Celco right now, and what I was saying, okay, this approach, as I told you, it requires RMP1 for the approach, but for the meantime, we have actual navigation performance of 0.06, so we're more than covered. The transition altitude here, actually we can ask to the ATC. Puerto Montt en la Argentina 1502, ¿me notifica nivel de transición?
Argentina 1502, nivel de transición 45.
Nivel de transición 45, Argentina 1502. Okay, 045 is the transition level. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna brief listen to the ATIS.
Sierra Charlie Tango, X.
And I go here, and I go show landing, and I go show in route, runway 35 condition. I'm just gonna put wet just in case. The wind is 352 with 26, so let's put that one. 352 with 26. The temperature is 19 degrees. It's not cold actually. 1012 is gonna be the QNH. Reverse configuration, no credit. Flaps, I'm gonna use flap 30. Let's see if that works for us. I'm gonna go with the conditioning on. Engine and gas
Argentina 1502, continúa descenso 90 nivel.
Continuamos para 90, Argentina 1502. And this is gonna be, I'm gonna put 90 here for the meantime. I'm gonna continue with this. And let's see the landing weight, okay? So, as I told you, we are landing with 3.4 and zero fuel weight, 3.4, so it's 58.6, right? So this one, we're gonna put it here, and now we're gonna extract the flaps 30 speed, and we're gonna put it here. Why flaps 30 and not flap 40? Because right now we have gusty conditions, so I want to keep a little bit of margin just in case. Okay, so the landing weight is gonna be 58,600. High keyboard, and we're gonna calculate. So the available landing distance is 8,780 feet, and the landing distance required is 5,120. So it's pretty much accurate. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use flaps 30, which is already selected. 134 is going to be the approach, and auto brakes we're going to use in 2. Which is there. I don't know if you guys can see it.
100, planifique ILS Zulu pista 35.
So that's it. We are passing some clouds over here, and the temperature is plus 13.
Puerto Montt, buenas
So
tardes,
engine
Chile
engage is not really
057.
required right now.
Chile 057, Puerto Montt, muy buenas tardes, contacto radar a través de 275 en descenso, continúe descenso 110 y siglas Eruca 1 Alfa, planifique ILS Zulu pista 35. Recibe descenso
And for the meantime, guys, you know how it is.
siglas vía Eruca
Coca-Cola.
1 Alfa y planificamos ILS Zulu a la pista 35 en Chile 057.
You're my heart, you're my soul. You're my heart, you're my soul. Okay, I'm excited, man.
Argentina 1502, prevea inferior en 8 millas.
Esperemos inferior en 8 millas, la Argentina 1502. Okay, so vertical speed. What are you doing? Just gonna level off here at 0. I'm just gonna reduce to 250. Speed, MCP speed, vertical speed. I'm reducing drastically the vertical speed because I don't want to pass more than 250 knots below 10,000 feet, okay? You're my heart, you're my soul. Okay, Coca-Cola. I think I have drank too much Coca-Cola, that's why. That's the problem. It's too much caffeine in my blood right now. Okay, we're reaching 240, so we're gonna go with flight level change. And that should work because it should try to maintain 1,000 and 1,150 feet more or less, because flight level change basically works on the difference of the flight level you have to descend. ¡Azúcar!
2809. Sky 07 recibido, mantenga 300 nudos hasta nivel de vuelo 100. 300 nudos hasta nivel de vuelo 100, Sky 07. Pan Chile 057, velocidad 290 nudos o inferior hasta alcanzar 110. 290 o inferior hasta alcanzar 110, Chile 057.
Oh my god! Okay, so now as you can see, we have
502 desciende a 65 nivel.
no, para 6.5 la Argentina 1502. Flight level change.
Eso es correcta.
Y bueno. Y bueno, vamos descendiendo a la Argentina, ¿viste? Y ya se me da toda la mierda. No sé hablar inglés nunca más. Bueno, We are maintaining 240, 65 is going to be the descent, and I was telling you guys that accordingly to what we said over here in the navigation, in our radios for the navigation for the ILS, it's already identified. You see Montt here, which is actually the identifier of the ILS 353. So we are good to go. Okay, it's already before a long time ago. Actually, I was doing that before in my old and reliable Cessna 172 from 1964, guys. In that airplane, I almost started to fly. You had to hear the course mode, you know, during the approach and everything. Well, that is not anymore in these airplanes. Basically, what happens in this is the navigation of the airplane extract that Morse code and basically transform that in letters. In this case, Montt, which is the identifier of the ILS. Okay, so you don't have to hear the Morse anymore. That's from grandpas, basically.
Argentina 1502, desciende a 2000 pies.
Descendemos para 2000 pies en la Argentina 1502.
Correcto, el QNH Puerto Montt 1012, transición 45.
1012 y transición 45, Argentina 1502.
Correcto, ¿desea un shortcut un poco antes de Silas o prefiere mantener en el profile?
No, yo Juan Seguro vivió muchos años, vamos por la larga, ¿no?
Pues sí, entonces en ese caso siendo 3000 pies autorizado posterior a Celco y LS Zulu a pista 35 notifique establecido.
Posterior Celco y le autorizado LS Zulu pista 35 y llamaremos iniciando a la Argentina 1502. Muy amable. Vos la compró así, la
Yo pegé con precaución, viste.
Y bueno, yo no voy a meter el Tony aquí frente a mis amigos, estás loco, pibe, no. Anda a cagar.
Estaba tan bonito todo.
Y bueno, culiado, eso se puede. Ok, 3000 feet.
Si no, le ponemos el toldito y lo tapamos.
So Silas is gonna be 3000 feet, so I'm gonna start to adjust my profile because actually I'm quite high right now. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the speed brake right now.
Sky 07 en la llegada descienda 40.
And
Sky
here
07 revisa
that we
en la
have here
llegada
on the right
descienda
side
4
is
Merque con
the Puerto
101.
Montt City, guys. That is the beginning. This is the beginning of the Patagonia. This place is just amazing. If you have the opportunity to come here, please, guys. It's not because it's my country, but this place is just fucking beautiful, man. There's no another way to describe it. I'm gonna reduce to flap up speed, and I'm gonna start to put some dirt on this airplane. I'm gonna go with flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. I set this one in approach, and I have a localizer and glass plug indication as well, okay? So transitions at QNH 1012, set and cross check, passing 4,000 feet, 460 feet now, which is basically the same that we have here in the standby.
Puerto Montt approach, good afternoon, Cirrus Golf, India X-ray, Alpha X-ray, radio check.
Golf India X-ray, Alpha X-ray, Puerto Montt, you're reading loud and clear, sir.
So
Golf,
speed
Alpha X-ray,
goes
thank
out.
you, we'll check in later.
We have localizer indication as well. We have glass loop indication. So we are good to go, guys. We are clear for the approach. We are 2.5 miles from the inbound course. So I'm going to hit the approach button here. And we have VOR, lock, and glide slope is arm. Everything that is white is arm. Everything that is green is active. So in this case, you can see arm here. That means that the auto throttle is not working right now. It's just arm. So actually I can move it. You see? I can move it like freely. And the system doesn't disconnect, okay? You have to be really careful with that because the airplane is not maintaining the speed in this moment. Like, okay, now it's maintaining MCP speed, but it was armed before, so you have to be really careful, okay? So now we have the VOR, lock, and glide slope is captured. We're gonna go with flap 5, and we're gonna set the course 353. We're gonna go with fly 5 speed now. And look at the speed, the ground speed. We have 175 here. And we have 80 knots of headwind. We have the runway inside, we have the PAPI, everything looks good. Everything looks good, looks nice and
Chile
perfect.
057, descienda 50 nivel. 050 línea, Atlantil 050.
Y estableció el localizador de la 35, Argentina 1502.
Argentina 1502, hoy el viento 350 con 27, autorizado para aterrizar, pista 35.
Y bueno, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Autorizado a aterrizar Argentina 1502.
Y afirmate que está movido.
2500.
Afirmar mate, Federico. Ok, we have
Sentí esa vibración en los pedales.
radio altimeter is alive, landing gear down,
A medio metro el piso.
flap 15 speed. We arm the speed brake. So the only difference that we're going to do today from what we were doing before is that today I'm gonna land with flaps 30. So we have landing gear down, flaps is 15. We go with flaps 30.
10107. Correcto, y nivel de transición es
39, which is the approach speed.
4507.
So flap 30 is set, so we go with the approach checklist, altimeters 1012, reading 1940 feet is set, landing checklist complete. Landing checklist, engine start switches in continuous. Whoa, I forgot these ones actually. Yeah, that's it. Speed brake is arm, landing gear down in 3 green, and flaps is 30 and green. Landing checklist is complete.
Ahora Sky 027, descenso 3000 pies, autorizado ILS Zulu, pista 35. 3000 pies, autorizado ILS Zulu, pista 35, Sky 07. Chile 057, reduzca 2509 o inferior. 250 inferior, la Chile 057. Correcto, puede continuar su descenso para 4000 pies con EH 1012.
Okay, 1000 stable.
1001, la Chile 057.
Like Rambo, and I'm going into this approach. Okay, guys, wish me luck. Autopilot's off, auto roll off, flight director, and we fly this baby manually. Wind check para aerolínea.
Y se mantiene con 27 nudos de frente.
Y bueno, ¿qué vamos a hacer?
Y a veces con garrafas de 35.
Y esto va a estar difícil, culiao.
Ahí tienes que sujetarlo, no hay problema.
Y bueno, hola prolijo ahí, culiao.
80 son 80.
Okay, guys. No hands!
Si tenés problemas, lo anotás en una servilleta y se lo pasás a mantenimiento.
Destruís todo lo que tocas. ¿Y a vos qué te importa? Vos te salvás. Okay? Let's be serious, guys.
Approaching minimums.
Oh my god, approaching minimums. Look at the ground speed, 115 right now.
Minimums.
Continue. No hands! 100.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Y yo veo 3 con 1 ahí,
My god. ¡Ta madre! Mano tonta. Ay, ay, ay. 60 knots, mother braking. Ese fue un grease. Let's go through Bravo.
Argentina 502, bienvenido a Puerto Montt. Proceda a discreción por la izquierda, a puente a su elección. Bienvenido.
Ok, abandonamos Vía Bravo, tomamos la derecha en Alfa y estacionamiento de discreción. Está muy fácil tu aeropuerto chileno.
Sí, bueno, anda Angelmo,
Y bueno, vamos a comer un poco de marisco ahí.
cómete un pico loco.
Y bueno. Okay, guys, welcome to Puerto Montt in the south part of Chile.
Puerto Montt, LAN 768.
Okay,
Chile,
so now we are
768, Puerto Montt,
away
buenas tardes.
from everything. We just put this pre-bake up.
Buenas tardes, LAN 768, listo para iniciar
with
descenso
the
hacia
lights
pista
still going off.
ILS 35, procedimiento de Ruca 1 Alfa vía ARSARS.
This one goes to steady again.
Chile 768, está en contacto radar 350 nivel. Descienda
Weather goes to off.
60, Eruca 1 Alfa, planifique
Auto
ILS
brake
Zulu
goes to
35.
off. Flaps goes up. And this transponder goes to
Recibido por
suspender.
Tumón, inicia el descenso hacia nivel 600. A 60 nivel, en Eruca 1, planifique ILS Zulu a pista 35.
And we hold this one 27 minutes, not bad, man. Not really bad. In this airport is quite nice because you have military operations right over there, and also you have this platform for civil aviation. Usually in that area over there you have beautiful airplanes. You have Aero Commanders, Piper Navajos, Piper GM, a couple of citations, beautiful business jet airplanes as well sometimes because people go to Patagonia from here, or they take the cruise ship from Puerto Montt, which is the city that we cross over there in the right base. Really beautiful, guys. Like
Chile
totally
057
recommend it.
inicia reducción, 180 nuevos indicados hasta la milla 10, 160 hasta la milla 5. 180 hasta la milla 10 y 160 hasta la milla 5, Chile 1057 y alcanzando 4000 ahora. Correcto. Posterior Celco autorizado ILS solo a pista 35.
So we go to gate
Descienda
number
de acuerdo
3
a la
today.
aproximación del QNH 1012. Posterior a Celco autorizado ILS solo pista 35 1012 el QNH, la Chile 057.
So we have the gate number 3 here at the left side. So we go with the lights off, which is only the taxi light. And here we go to the left, guys. Hold on. Grab your tits.
Chile 057 continúe reducción 160 nudos hasta la milla 5. ¿Me repite la velocidad? 160 hasta la 5. 160 hasta la milla 5, en Chile 057.
And now here is better to go slow. What is she telling me?
Dejando de enviar Sky 07. Sky 07 recibido 160 hasta la milla 5, viento 350 grados, 27 nudos, pista
It's okay.
35, autorizado para
Parking brake
aterrizar
set,
y
and
abandone
we go
pista
with the
vía
AP
Charlie
generator
X-Ray.
in on. We go with the fuel control switches to cut off, and we go with the seat belts off. Fuel pumps they go to off. Window heat goes to off. Profs goes to off. Electrical hydraulic pump they go to off. APU bleeds so nobody gets sick in the
Chile
back.
057, 160 hasta la 5.
Anti-collision goes to off.
160 hasta la milla
We
5,
go
en Chile
here. Flight
057.
directors they go to off. Autothrottle is off. Traffic off. And here we set this one in 2000. And then we set this one to standby. So that is pretty much the flight of the day. Now we're going to operate a few things here. So we let our people disembark, right? Let's go with the operate jetways. Yeah, confirm selection. and we're gonna request for deboarding. That's the flight for today, guys. It was quite short today, but for you guys, if you are in the United States or something like that, and you really want to fly to like later, like in 2 more hours, we have a super. Actually, in 42 minutes more, we're gonna start an amazing event here in the south part of my country in Chile. It's called Full Patagonia Operations. We're gonna be totally covered here with ATC. So come here, guys. Right now, we have gusty winds here in Puerto Montt. You're gonna have an amazing time. You heard that guy, the ATC, right? Amazing English, amazing guy. So if you want to experience, which is a nice ATC with an amazing airport, you have ILS, you have everything here, man. Come here, fly with us, and you're gonna enjoy. In the next 45 minutes, you have to connect here in Puerto Montt, and you're gonna have an amazing flight experience here, man. That's the flight for today. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna do some streaming or not. Anyway, if you really want to follow me up about what is gonna happen for tomorrow, maybe I'm gonna have some time off tomorrow. But check later, like maybe in 3 or 4 more hours when I'm gonna be decided. I'm gonna be deciding what to do for tomorrow. I'm gonna set it up over here in my page, okay, in Twitch page. So that's the flight for today, guys. Thank you very much for following me. Thank you for the new followers, and I really appreciate your subscribes and views. So yeah, we see you tomorrow, I think, guys. Like, thank you very much for following me, and that was the flight for today. Thank you, guys, and see you tomorrow, most probably. Thank you, guys.